It started with a name. Andrew. Lauren mentioned him on a Monday night over dinner. Just a new boss, she said. He had big plans for the department. He wanted to bring fresh energy. She sounded excited, inspired even. I smiled, told her that sounded great. But something in her tone felt different. Like she admired him already. Still, I brushed it off. Work talk was normal for her. She loved her job and thrived under pressure. But soon, Andrew became part of every conversation. Andrew said this. Andrew thinks that. Andrew believes I have potential. It was constant. At first, I laughed about it with friends. New boss crush, they joked. I told myself not to overthink. But the jokes started to sting. Lauren began coming home later and later. Deadlines, she'd say, keys jingling at midnight. Her perfume lingered longer than usual. The smell of wine mixed with exhaustion. Sometimes her lipstick was faintly smudged. Once, she said she had a team meeting. I saw on her Instagram a photo of cocktails. Andrew was tagged. It made my stomach twist. I asked how the meeting went. She smiled too fast. It was productive, she said. Her phone buzzed. She flipped it face down. I didn't ask who it was. I told myself to trust her. But my chest felt heavier every day. Little changes built a wall between us. She started dressing up for work more often. New dresses, red lipstick, the expensive perfume I bought. I teased her about it once. You trying to impress someone? She laughed, but her eyes didn't. It's called being professional, she said. Her tone was sharp, defensive. I apologized, though I didn't know why. It was easier than fighting. Later that night, I couldn't sleep. I replayed her laughter from dinner. The way she talked about him. Like she was somewhere else when she spoke. Like he was already taking space in our home. I tried to ignore it. I buried myself in work. But my gut wouldn't settle. I started noticing patterns. She'd text me less during the day. Her replies became shorter, colder. One-word answers. Sometimes hours of silence. When she did reply, it felt forced. Busy day, talk later. I tried to believe it. But belief has limits. Her company planned a party one Friday. She was glowing when she talked about it. You'll get to meet everyone, she said. Her smile was real for once. But I could feel it, something was wrong. The kind of wrong that hides behind charm. The kind that looks like ambition, but smells like trouble. And deep down, I knew this wasn't just work anymore. This was something else. Something I wasn't ready to face yet. But it was already too late. The company party was on a Friday night. Downtown rooftop, lights everywhere, free drinks, music. Lauren looked stunning when she came out of the bedroom. Black dress, red lips, perfume that hit before her smile did. You look amazing, I said. She grinned. It's just a work event. But she checked her reflection twice before we left. When we arrived, she grabbed my hand tightly. Her energy shifted the moment we walked in. She scanned the crowd like she was searching for someone. Then she saw him. Andrew. Her whole face changed. She lit up in a way I hadn't seen in months. She led me straight to him. Andrew, this is Ethan, she said quickly. He was tall, confident, wearing a perfect suit. Ah, the famous boyfriend, he said, shaking my hand. His grip lasted a second too long. Lauren talks about you all the time. I forced a smile. Yeah, she talks about you too. Lauren's eyes flicked at me, a silent warning. Andrew laughed like it was a joke. She's one of my best people, he said. The department couldn't run without her. He said it like he owned her. I wanted to walk away, but I stayed polite. Later, I found them by the window, laughing together. Her hand brushed his arm when she laughed. Her body leaned too close, her smile too wide. That was how she used to smile at me. My throat tightened. Andrew whispered something. She touched his chest lightly. It felt like watching a replay of my own heartbreak. My friend Jake, who worked nearby, noticed. "You seeing this?" he asked quietly. I nodded. "Yeah, I'm seeing it." He offered to step in. "Not yet," I said. I walked up, calm but cold. "Hey, can I borrow you a sec?" I asked her. Lauren's smile froze. "Ethan, we're just talking about work." "At a party, with your hand on his chest." She pulled her hand away fast. Andrew straightened up. "I should mingle," he said and walked off. Lauren glared at me. "What the hell was that?" she hissed. "I could ask you the same thing." "Don't embarrass me like that again." "Then don't give me a reason to." People started to stare. She whispered through clenched teeth, "We're leaving." The drive home was silent. At the apartment, she slammed the bedroom door. I slept on the couch, wide awake. The next morning, she acted like nothing happened. When I brought it up, she said I was insecure. "That's how corporate culture works," she said coldly. Touching your boss's chest was networking now. Every word twisted the knife deeper. She made me doubt my own instincts. Every argument ended with her calling me paranoid. Every apology felt like gaslighting. But somewhere deep down, I knew the truth. Trust was cracking, and love couldn't cover it. Something had changed forever that night. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't unsee it. It was a quiet Wednesday morning. I was working from home, sipping coffee, half focused on emails. Lauren was in the bedroom, getting ready for work. I heard her phone ringing, then her soft voice. It wasn't her work tone. It was lighter, playful, almost nervous. I know. He's working from home today," she said. "I'll tell him it's an early meeting. 9:30 works. Can't wait either." The words hit me like a punch. Can't wait either. I froze in my chair, staring at the wall. That wasn't business talk. That was something else. When she came out, she wore a tight new dress. I'd never seen it before. Too elegant for a normal Wednesday. "Early meeting?" I asked casually. "Yeah, strategy session with Andrew," she said quickly. "On a Wednesday morning." "Ethan, please, not now, I'm late." "Late for your 9:30 meeting," I said. She stopped for half a second. Her eyes flicked up, guarded. "How did you?" she began. "I heard you," I said. She grabbed her coffee. "I don't have time for this." "Lauren, be honest. Is something going on with him?" She actually laughed. "Oh my God, are we really doing this again? It's 8:45, and you're dressed like this." "I'm dressed professionally," she snapped. "You're acting insane, Ethan." "Then let me see your phone." "Absolutely not." "Why, if there's nothing to hide?" "Because I won't let you invade my privacy to feed your ego." She opened the door, angry and trembling. "When you calm down, we'll talk," she said and left. The door closed, and the apartment went silent. I sat there for a long time. Part of me wanted to believe her. The rest of me already knew. Around 10, I opened my phone. We shared our locations years ago through an app. I hadn't checked it in months. Now, I watched her little blue dot load on the map. She wasn't at her office. She was in a quiet suburban neighborhood. I zoomed in. The address belonged to Andrew Thompson. My heart started pounding. 10 in the morning. No meetings. No strategy session. Just a lie. I called my friend Jake. "She's at his house," I said, my voice shaking. "Ethan, don't do anything stupid," he warned. "I'm not, I need to know." He told me to document everything. I listened. I took screenshots of her location, the time, her text about the meeting. Then I opened her laptop. Still logged into her work email. I shouldn't have looked. But I did. And that's when everything changed. Dozens of messages. At first professional, then intimate. Can't stop thinking about you. My wife's away this weekend. Come over. Miss you already. Each word felt like a crack in my chest. 3 years together, reduced to digital lies. I kept scrolling even though it hurt. I feel guilty lying to Ethan, she'd written. But I can't give this up. That was the moment something in me went cold. The man I'd been before that morning was gone. Only the truth remained, sharp and undeniable. And I knew exactly what I was going to do next. I didn't drive to Andrew's house. I didn't break anything or scream. I just sat there, breathing through the rage. Jake's voice echoed in my head. Be smart, not loud. So I decided to act, not react. I opened a new folder on my laptop. Named it Proof. Every screenshot, every email, every text went in. Her location at 10:03 a.m. Her message about the early meeting. The emails between her and Andrew. Dozens of them. Enough to bury their lies under evidence. Then I opened my notes app. Time, date, address, everything documented. Once it was all there, I made the first call. The company's HR department. I need to make a confidential report, I said. They asked for details. I gave them everything. Names, titles, proof of an affair between a VP and his direct report. Their tone changed instantly. Can you send what you have? They asked. Yes, I said. Within minutes, the files were in their inbox. Email confirmations popped up like quiet gunshots. Next, I searched for Andrew's wife. Rebecca Thompson. Real estate agent. Mother of 2. Her Facebook was public. She looked kind, unaware, maybe too trusting. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. Then I started typing. Hi, Rebecca. You don't know me, but you deserve the truth. I attached screenshots. Location, messages, everything. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. And I hit send. No turning back. The third step was personal. I stood up and looked around the apartment. 3 years of her life filled the space. Her clothes in my closet. Her books on the shelves. Her toothbrush next to mine. I boxed it all. Neat. Labeled. Final. Each thud of the closing tape felt like a door locking shut. I stacked the boxes by the front door. Called a locksmith. By noon, new locks clicked into place. The air felt cleaner somehow. My phone buzzed around 1 p.m. Lauren. Her voice was cheerful. Hey babe, how's your day? I almost laughed. Normal, I said. How about yours? Oh, busy. That early meeting ran long. The strategy session, I asked. Yeah, Andrew had a lot to cover. I bet he did. She hesitated. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, see you at 6. I hung up. No anger, no yelling. Just silence and certainty. Jake came over later with pizza and beer. He stared at the boxes. Dude, you really did it. Yeah, I said. This isn't revenge, it's consequences. He nodded. Cold, I respect that. By late afternoon, my phone started exploding. Unknown number first. Then hers. Then Andrew's. I didn't answer any of them. The storm I started was finally landing. And for the first time in months, I felt calm. Not happy. Not broken. Just done. Completely, absolutely done. The fallout came fast. By Monday morning, the company launched a full investigation. HR called both Lauren and Andrew in for questioning. Coworkers whispered, emails froze, meetings vanished. By Tuesday, Andrew was gone. Fired. Official reason, violation of company policy. Unspoken truth, sleeping with his subordinate. Lauren was placed on administrative leave. 1 week later, she was let go too. Everything she'd built there collapsed overnight. Rebecca filed for divorce within days. Her Facebook post said enough. When trust dies, so does everything built on it. Friends flooded her comments with support. Lauren's name wasn't mentioned, but everyone knew. Word spread through the city's marketing circles. No one wanted to hire her. No one wanted that drama. She called me the day she was fired. I let it go to voicemail. Then she came to the apartment. I saw her through the doorbell camera. Tears, makeup running, voice shaking. "Ethan, please open the door. We need to talk." She rang again and again. Then she screamed, "You ruined my life. You ruined me." I almost laughed. She ruined herself. I called the police. "Ex-girlfriend refusing to leave my property," I said calmly. 2 officers arrived 10 minutes later. They spoke to her outside. I watched on the screen. She cried, begged, pointed at the door. One officer rang the bell. "Yes, officer," I answered through the speaker. "Sir, can you come to the door?" "I'm working. What's the issue?" "She says she lives here." "She doesn't. Her name isn't on the lease." The officer nodded. "Ma'am, please collect your things and go." Lauren's voice cracked. "But I lived here for 3 years." "That doesn't make it yours," he said. She packed the boxes slowly, sobbing between breaths. I didn't move from the couch. Didn't open the door. Just watched until her car pulled away. Silence filled the apartment again. It wasn't empty silence. It was peace. Later, friends started messaging. "What happened? She said you kicked her out for no reason." I sent one reply to all of them. "Ask her about Andrew." Some said nothing. Some apologized. Others quietly disappeared. The truth has a way of sorting people out. Jake came over that night with beer again. He looked at me and said, "You okay?" "Better than I should be," I said. "She got what she earned." He nodded. "You did what most people only dream of doing." I shrugged. "It's not revenge if it's the truth." He smiled. "That's cold, man." "It's clean," I said. That night, I finally slept deeply. No wondering where she was. No waiting for texts that never came. No lies echoing in my head. Only quiet. And in that quiet, I realized I didn't miss her. Not even a little. Months passed. The chaos faded into something calm and steady. I started working longer hours, not because I had to, but because I could. Focus came easier when trust wasn't heavy on my chest. My boss noticed the change. A few months later, I got promoted. It felt good to earn something that was mine alone. I bought a new bike, started hitting the trails on weekends. Silence stopped feeling empty and started feeling earned. Every morning, I made coffee for one. No arguing, no guessing, no pretending. Just quiet routine and clean air. Jake still checked in every week. He'd always end our talks the same way. "You dodged a bullet, man." And I knew he was right. The anger had cooled into understanding. Not forgiveness, just acceptance. Then one evening, everything shifted again. I met someone new. Her name was Emily. We crossed paths at a conference downtown. She worked in finance, sharp mind, soft laugh. We talked about work, travel, books, nothing heavy. No ghosts, no history. She texted me later that night, "Coffee tomorrow." I said yes before I could think. That first coffee turned into dinners, then weekends together. She didn't play games. No hidden phone, no half-truths. When she said she'd call, she did. When she smiled, it reached her eyes. With her, I didn't feel like I had to check for lies. It was strange, peaceful, real. One night, over dinner, she asked about my past. "What happened with your last relationship?" I told her the truth. Not every detail, but enough. She listened quietly, didn't interrupt once. When I finished, she looked at me and said, "That's brutal, but you handled it right." I laughed. Some people said I was too harsh. She shook her head. No, you just gave them what they earned. Her words settled deep inside me. It wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about reclaiming control. I got a message from Lauren 2 months later. A long apology from a new number. She said she'd started therapy. Said she realized what she'd lost. Said she wasn't asking to come back. Just wanted me to know she was sorry. I read it once, then deleted it. I didn't reply. Not because I hated her. Because I didn't need to. Some bridges burn for a reason. And some lessons stay carved into the skin. Now my life feels lighter. Work is steady. My heart is steady. Emily and I plan a trip to Colorado next month. Same trails I rode alone, but this time not alone. I still think about the past sometimes. Not with anger, with clarity. It taught me that trust isn't blind. That peace isn't given, it's rebuilt. And that the quiet after a storm can be the sweetest sound of all. I don't think about her much anymore. Sometimes her name crosses my mind, then fades just as fast. She moved back to her hometown, tried to start over. I heard through a friend that no one would hire her. Andrew works at some startup now, half his old salary. Rebecca got the house, the kids, the peace she deserved. Everyone ended up where their choices led them. As for me, I'm exactly where I should be. My apartment feels like mine again. My mornings are quiet, and my nights are calm. No more wondering, no more lies. Just space to breathe and build again. If I learned anything, it's this. Love means nothing without respect. And trust, once broken, never returns whole. Some people apologize because they're sorry they got caught. Others change because they're sorry they caused pain. Lauren was the first kind. Emily is the second. And I finally know the difference. I'm not bitter, not angry, just awake. The story didn't end the way I planned. But maybe it ended exactly how it needed to. With truth. With freedom. With me finally at peace.